Yes, this case is about customer service in the queue. Okay, here we take a case from a dentist. So this is the case. Strong is a dentist who schedules all her patients for 30 minutes appointment. Some of the patients take more or less than 30 minutes, depending on the type of dental work to be done. The following summary shows that various categories of works, their probability, and the actual time needed to complete the work. Okay. We have the category of works on the first row, and in the second row, we have the time required to do each of that activity, and third row, the number of patients. Okay. So keeping this, simulate the dentist clinic for 4 hours and find out the average waiting time of the patients as well as the idleness of the doctor. Assume that the patients show up at the clinic at exactly scheduled time. Arrival time starts at 8 a.m. Use the following random numbers for handling the situation. Okay. So in the case, what is given is there are 5 different category of works done by this dentist. Okay, like filling, crown, cleaning, extracting, and checkup. Filling takes 45 minutes to complete the work. Crowning takes 60 minutes. Cleaning takes 15 minutes. Extracting takes 45 minutes. And checkup takes 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Okay. So this is the time that is taken by the dentist to complete each of the activity. Whenever any patient enters into the clinic, they may have any one of these work to be done, either filling or crowning or cleaning or checkup. Okay, so no patient will be coming with all the 5 activities to be done. Okay, so keeping this information, we are asked to simulate the clinic for next 4 hours. And also, we need to find out the average waiting time for the patients as well as the idleness of the doctor. So, many things are to be found out in this case. So, let us carefully do it. Okay. So, let us understand the case one more time. Strong is a dentist who schedules all her patients for 30 minutes appointment. Some of the patients take more or less than 30 minutes, depending on the type of dental works to be done. The following summary shows that various categories of works, their probability, and the time actually needed to complete the work. So the category of work, time required for doing each of the work, and number of patients are given in the table. Using this, we are going to simulate the dentist clinic for next 4 hours. And we are also supposed to find out the average waiting time for the patients. And as well as we are also going to find out the idleness of the doctor. Okay, we are given with some random numbers and the clinic starts by 8 a.m. Okay. Now, keeping this information, we'll try to solve and find out what is the average time a patient is waiting for this service. And also we will find out on an average how long the doctor is idle in the given time. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. So the category of work it is like filling, crowning, cleaning, extracting, and then check. Okay, one thing we need to understand and find out here is the probability is not given here. Okay, we need to find out the probability and then we need to work further on. The second thing that is given here is time required. Time required to complete the given task. It is 45 minutes for filling, 60 minutes for crowning, 15 minutes for cleaning, 45 minutes for extracting, and another 15 minutes for checking. Then we also have the number of patients. Number of patients is nothing but the demand. Okay, we will put it like this: number of patients, or we can tell it as demand. Demand for the service. Demand for the service, it is also given there: 40, 15, 15, 10, and 20. Now the next thing what we need to understand is we are not given with the probability. So we have to take, or we have to find out the probability of this particular case. So how to find out the probability? Find out the total of this number. So the total of this number is 100. So we are going to divide all these numbers one by 100. So that will give you the probability value equal to 40 divided by this value divided by 100. So 0.4 will be the probability for first category of work. Similarly, we follow the other ones. Okay, so 0.15 will be the probability for crowning service. 0.15 again, it will be a probability for cleaning service. For extracting service, the probability is 1, and for checkup it is 0.2. Then we move on to cumulative probability. Cumulative probability. Cumulative probability for the first case, it is as it is. And for the second case, we used to add the previous probability plus the current probability. So it will be 0.4 plus 0.15, that gives you 0.55. And for the third case, 0.55 plus 0.15, that is gives you 0.7. Fourth case, 0.7 plus 0.1, that is 0.8. For fifth case, it is 0.8 plus 0.2, it is 1. So the probability value is found to be equal to 1. So the cumulative probability is also giving you the same confirmation. Now after this, we need to go to, what is the next step? After finding out the cumulative probability, what is the next step? Are you people there? Or I am talking alone with me?
We have to find the intervals.
Very good. So we are going to find out the cumulative, random number intervals. Now tell me the random number interval. Zero to 3, then 4 to 6, correct? No, 4 to, what will be there?
54.
Yes, repeat it.
4 to 54.
to 54. Very good. Then 55 to 69. Then 70 to 79. Correct? Then 80 to 99. Okay, so this is the random number random number interval we have found out. Now our table number 1 is complete. Now our table number 1 is completed. Now keeping this table, we are going to find out what will be the simulated demand for the different category of services. Now we need to consider what is a random number? Yes, here is a random number. Okay, so we will take the random number and we start finding the simulation. Okay, random number given in our case is 40, 82, 11, 34, 25, 66, 19, and 79. Okay. Keeping this random numbers, we need to find out what is the associated category of work that is to be done. Okay, for random number 40, 40 lies between 4 and 54. Okay, so the corresponding category of work to be done is crowning. Okay, corresponding work to be done is crowning. Okay, so how much time the crowning needs? Crowning needs 60 minutes to complete the work. We will put it here. Okay. So we will put it like this. Right. For random number 82, 82 comes between 80 and 99. So it is related to checkup. For checkup, how much time we need? It is about 15 minutes. It is about 15 minutes. Likewise, you find out and tell me what will be the category of work and what will be the time required. 11 for random number 11. The activity is crowning. Again, it takes 60 minutes to complete that work. For random number 34, again we have crowning. Oh, sorry, I did something mistake, right? 82 means it is coming under checkup. Okay. Eleven comes under crowning. Okay. 34, that also comes under crowning. 25, again crowning. 66 comes between 55 and 69. So it is cleaning. 19 comes between 55, 44 and 54. So it is again crowning. 79 comes between 70 and 79. It is about extracting. Okay. Now we got the table. Keeping this table, we have to find out other things like the service starts by 8 a.m. 8 a.m. the service starts. Okay, when the first a patient comes in, he is coming for a crowning activity. So it takes 60 minutes of time to complete the work. Okay, so right, 60 minutes of time to complete the work. The second patient comes by 8:30. Why it is 8:30? The doctor is giving a time of half an hour appointment for all the patients. Okay. So that is how we got this 8:30, 9, 9:30, and all other things. Okay, so every half an hour, one patient is entering into the hospital. And we assume that they have got previous appointments and they come exactly on that particular time. Okay, for the next 4 hours, we have to generate 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Right. The first patient, second patient, third patient, and likewise we are giving appointment for 9 patients in a given 4-hour schedule. So the first patient, when he arrives, he is coming for a crowning work, which takes 60 minutes to complete the work. So by the time this work gets complete, it will be the time of 9 a.m. Okay. Since the first patient is served till 9 a.m., the second patient who is coming for checkup, he has to wait for another 30 minutes to get his service started. Okay. Right. So by 9 o'clock, this second patient's service starts. Okay, so what will be the ending time? Since it is taking 15 minutes of time, the service for the second candidate will complete by 9:15. 9:15 a.m. Or even we can put it like this. Starting time. Finishing time. 45. Starting time and finishing time. Okay, now it will be easy for us to understand, I believe. Okay. Right. So the third patient arrives to the clinic by 9 a.m. Okay. So since the second patient's work is going to complete by 9:15 a.m., this particular third patient, he has to wait for 15 minutes to get his service started. Okay, the third patient is coming for again a crowning work, which takes about 16 minutes, 60 minutes. Okay, so if it is taking 60 minutes to complete the crowning work, the work will be completed by 10:15. Okay, right. Here we need to find out the waiting time. Waiting time of the patient in the system or queue. First candidate, there is no waiting time. Second candidate, since he is coming by 8:30 and his work is getting started by 9 o'clock, there is a 30 minutes waiting time. 30 minutes is a waiting time. Third patient, he arrives to the clinic by 9 a.m. and his service starts by 9:15 a.m. So he is supposed to wait for 15 minutes. Okay. Now the doctor is completing the work by 10:15. So after 10:15 only he can take up the next case. So next case is arriving the clinic by 9:30, and that case is again for crowning work. That takes another 60 minutes. Right now the work starts by 10:15 and it will be completing by 11:15. Okay, since 60 minutes are there. Okay, so after 11:15 only this candidate's work will be get finished. Okay, now since the patient is coming to the clinic by 9:30 and the service is going to start by 10:15, there is a delay of there is a waiting time of 45 minutes in the clinic. Okay, the fourth candidate waits in the clinic for 45 minutes to get his service started. Okay, similarly, we found out for the remaining cases also. Okay, then doctor will be free by 11:15. So 11:15, he will be ready to take up the next patient. So the next patient arrives to the clinic by 10 a.m. So he is coming again for crowning work, where it takes another 16 minutes. So the work starts by 11:15 and completes by 12:15. Since the patient is entering the clinic by 10 a.m. and the work is starting by 11:15, he has to wait for 1 hour 15 minutes into the system. 1 hour 15 minutes is the waiting time for the patient to get his service started. Okay, right. After 12:15, the doctor comes out, and again he will be ready for taking up the next patient. Okay, the next patient have come to the clinic by 10:15, right? But doctor is able to attend him only by 12:15. Okay, so there is a gap of 1 hour 45 minutes in the session. Okay, so the sixth candidate comes to cleaning work. Okay, cleaning work, it takes 15 minutes to complete. So by 12:30, the work has been completed. By 12:30, again the doctor will be ready to take another patient. So another patient arriving the is for crowning work. So crowning work another 16 minutes. So 16 minutes means 1 hour 30. Okay, so the patient is arriving to the hospital by 11 and he is served at 12:30. So he is waiting there for 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, doctor will be available by 1:30. And again, next candidate comes there for extracting work. Extracting work takes 45 minutes. So 45 minutes, 1:30. So by 2:15, the work will be completed. Okay, since the patient comes by 11:30 and the service starts by 12:30, there is a delay of 2 hours in the given appointment. Okay, now this is the average time the patients are waiting in the system to get their service. Okay, when you make the average, you can find out on an average how much time the patient has to wait for the service to be started. Okay, the next thing what is asked in our case is what is the idleness of the doctor? Okay, idleness of the doctor. Whenever doctor is not having any patient, he will be idle. Okay, idle time of the doctor. Okay, the doctor comes to the office by 8 o'clock. The patient also comes to the office by 8 o'clock. So immediately the work starts. So there is no delay. So the idle time of doctor is 0. Okay, the first is a patient is getting his service completed by 9 a.m. By the time second patient is arriving, so immediately doctor starts the service for second patient. So there is again no delay time. So likewise, whenever doctor completes one patient, the other patient is getting ready or he is waiting in the queue. So there is no delay or there is no spare time for the doctor to be idle in the system. Okay, so when you take the average of these numbers, the average idle time of the doctor is 0, right? So by the time doctor completes one service, the other service is due to start. Okay, so the idle time of doctor in the system is 0. Okay, so there is no free time for the doctor to concentrate or to take some rest. Okay, so the answer for the given case is, so we are supposed to simulate for the next 4 hours. For the next 4 hours, we have scheduled. Okay, the starting time and finishing time of each work has been also calculated. We are supposed to find out the average waiting time for the patients. So when you take this average, you can find out what is the average waiting time of patient in the system. We are also supposed to find out the idleness of the doctor. So since patients are continuously waiting for service, the doctor is not at all idle in his service. Okay, so throughout the entire 4 hours of schedule, doctor is completely engaged, no free hours for him. Okay, so that is how we need to conclude to this particular case. Okay.